Jazzy, show me what you got. Up first.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here on 2K Sports alongside Shaq and Kenny the Jet. The playoff picture coming into focus, but still a handful of games yet to be played. And Shaq, go ahead. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Toronto Raptors in their house, Air Canada Center. Last outing for Toronto, they ended up with a win against Indiana. That game was a dominant performance.
Sneak ahead, brother. What's up?
What's up, bro?
Hey, heard you got invited to MJ's golf tournament.
MJ's golf tournament?
That's right, and I'm trying to go, man. Bring me through.
Bring you through where, bro?
MJ's golf tournament.
Who's MJ?
Oh, you one of those. Okay. Who's MJ? Michael Jordan?
The baseball player.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
the dude that was in the movie.
Michael Jordan, the ball player, man. I know you know
Bro,
what I'm talking about.
I gotta get in this layup line, invitations, MJ.
You got invited. I'm trying to go, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, but take this invitation to this loss tonight, and I'll talk to you afterwards, all right?
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
You ain't getting my invite.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
The crowd is assembled at the Air Canada Center, looking for a Raptors victory here in Toronto. And we've got it live right here on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and...
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
Tip-off goes to Orlando. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so, in the game for the Magic, Peyton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with Isaac, and it's DJ in at the 5, roaming the paint. Clock at 6, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Lowry passes to DeRozan. From 10 feet out, stolen by Gordon. High, arcing shot. Good work defensively by Lowry. And Toronto has possession. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He said a key to this game would be to play within themselves on offense. Keep moving the ball like they do when they're playing well. Play unselfishly. And we'll see if that's enough to put them up 2-1 in this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, David. Their focus is going to be on good shot selection here early, guys.
And it's going to take a team effort. They can't have guys going solo and getting themselves into tough one-on-one situations.
It wouldn't hurt to focus on their low post game. It doesn't get any more high percentage than those easy looks in tight.
And it's DJ missing.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
And Ibaka kicks to Valanciunas. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The feed to DJ. And Fournier kicks to DJ. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Gordon a screen. Feeds to DJ. Orlando moving the ball around. Count that one from Isaac.
Yeah, and he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. 13 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out. Orlando leading from 10 feet out. And DJ with the nice bucket inside.
Unafraid to mix it up in the paint, DJ beats good defense with better offense.
Valanciunas with a screen on Fournier. Powell kicks to Valanciunas. It's deflected. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Up top to Rosen. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
Fournier trying to break loose. And good that time. Payton's got his first points of the night. And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
Lowry kicks to Powell. Screened by Valanciunas. To halt the run. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come.
For Orlando, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. We've got Ibaka. Wright is out there with Lowry. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Collins in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
Keeping the dribble, inviting contact, DeRozan's become a master at converting these.
You know, Steve, DeRozan a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates, and also a big-time slasher that can put you on a poster.
From the baseline. Almost, but it rolls out. The Magic trail by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He finished with 15 points, and he was a foul magnet. At least it seemed that way, as he did a lot of damage at the line. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Okay, thanks, David. And what do you think, guys? Will we see a repeat of his performance again in this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's even better tonight, Kevin. He has the ability to follow up a great game with an even greater one.
But you have to think he's a little worn down from that last game. It had to have taken a lot out of him.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Outside for Lowry. Outside DeRozan. 4 on the clock. Fades back, and that one goes long.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Good on the shot. DJ's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, efficient offense. DJ gets the high percentage look, and that's usually going to result in 2.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. In the corner, right with it. Screen by Ibaka. Right with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Drops in the tray. DeRozan's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from DJ.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Wright dishes to Ibaka. Lowry a screen on Gordon.
DeRozan.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Wright, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good, and the Magic making a change here. He doesn't get the second one.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Shoots from 14, and it's DJ missing.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Lowry from outside, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Raptors lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Smitty, there are those players you worry that if they hit a couple in a row, man, they begin to heat up, and then they get in that that microwave category where they can heat up in a hurry, and watch out.
Those guys, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver, those guys, when they get on the roll, they keep going over and over and over, and they are seeking shots. Steph Curry, there's a list goes on and on, Kevin. I love watching when they get hot.
And so in the game for the Magic, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. EJ out there with Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the 3.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Floats one. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Lowry. Outside DeRozan. In the corner, Powell with it. Screen by Ibaka. It's Powell on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. Shoots. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's a 10-point Raptor lead.
And you see the coach saying, no, no, no. Then yes, yes, yes.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And after a near win, you second-guess a number of things that didn't go your way.
I think looking back on that one, it's a learning experience. We'll see if they can make some of the necessary corrections.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Layup off the pick.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. That one misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And Valanciunas, far from a finished product, Steve. His coaches and teammates feel he will get better. But in your opinion, where does he need to improve?
I think on a defensive end, he does a nice job of blocking shots, but I would love to see him in rotations, being able to be there a little bit earlier. And then on the offensive end, extend his range a little bit more and also have somewhat of a go-to move down on the low block.
The Magic trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game right now. The first one falls. Well, Orlando shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Baca is out there with Collins, and it's Siakam in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Goes back up. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Magic.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
No doubt. As close as this game is, I think it's going to come down to which team controls the paint down the stretch.
They set the pick. Lowry passes to Collins. Gordon with the defensive effort. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
You know, watching DJ, he has that inner fire, a competitiveness that brings out the best in his game most of the time.
Isaac's checked in for Allen Williams. Here's Lowry. Another shot, Collins. Rebounded by Isaac.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point-blank range, and he missed it.
And DJ throws it down.
If you think he's going to lay it up on that play, you're crazy. DJ with the statement finish.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Siakam. Payton against Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Shoots over Fournier. And that one comes up a bit short. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And it's tied up with that one. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Lowry against Payton. Screened by Ibaka. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
And the Raptors making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends him back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Valanciunas comes in for Collins, and it's right in for Anunoby. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. And the Raptors miss again.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. We've got a chance now to check up on Norman Powell's status. David?
He said it's a badly bruised hip, and though he's in a lot of pain, he doesn't think there's any significant bone or joint damage. And for a team that's gearing up for the playoffs, this could make things very difficult going forward. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
and he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
In a league full of talented point guards, sometimes Lowry's efforts, they get overlooked, but he's a game changer.
DJ passes to Payton. Here's Isaac. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
I tell you what, Isaac's starting to show that clutch gene. He's not afraid and seems willing to put the team on his back.
Here's Valanciunas. Here's Ibaka over Gordon. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo, and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Big shots there. They are clearly in control of this game now.
DJ with it. Valanciunas is there. Gordon, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Here is Lowry. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. Both shots good from the stripe.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Powell with the screen. Lowry kicks to Powell. Dishes it to DeRozan. Rob. Now Fournier. Sweet little floater. Fournier's got 4 this quarter.
He got the ball in perfect position, went up over the smaller defender, and laid it in for a big bucket.
Powell with the screen. Lowry dishes to Powell. He feeds it to DeRozan. Connects!
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Lowry against Payton. Outside Lowry. The pass to Valanciunas. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance.
And it's the sequences like this that really give you pause in appreciating how special this young talent is. I mean, he's calm, has a great attitude in those huge moments, and how about that, knocking down big shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 5. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
To the wing right side. Heaton. No good on the triple. And so it's Toronto winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
There are so many ways to show your skill in the neighborhood and throughout NBA 2K18. And we want to see how.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here on 2K Sports alongside Shaq and Kenny the Jet. The playoff picture coming into focus, but still a handful of games yet to be played. And Shaq, go ahead. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. The crowd is assembled at BMO Harris Bradley Center looking for a Bucks victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the Knicks in New York.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they...
And before we get...
Well, guys, he told me they're up against the team.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Tip-off goes to Orlando. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Toledovich setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Pass to Brogdon. Five to shoot. Shoots a fader, and it's DJ with the rebound. Last season, Malcolm Brogdon, one of the bigger surprises out of the rookie class.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon ends up becoming the Rookie of the Year as a second-round draft choice. Amazing to see how comfortable he played through stretches of the Milwaukee Bucks season last year. A good passer, never seemingly getting himself out of control, Kevin. That's some good heady stuff from a rookie.
And that one's good, DJ.
He's a smooth operator in the paint, and DJ making the most of the high percentage shot in tight.
Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. And stolen by DJ. Payton in the corner from outside the arc. Cans it from downtown. Payton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Screen by Monroe. To the middle. Layup off the pick. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
That's the Monroe comfort zone, a polished interior scorer. That's a high percentage shot for their offense.
Left side, Antetokounmpo from 17 feet out. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
Yeah, both teams gave a very strong performance. I think that was a prime example of the home court advantage being just that, an advantage.
Here's Monroe. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Got to do more than that defensively. Monroe bouncing off the defense pretty easily down there. Very focused offensively.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Brent, we have so many great spot-up shooters in this league, but from what you've seen, who are some of the best shooters off the dribble?
First guy I think about, Kevin, is Kevin. It's Durant, though, not you. I know you're a great shooter.
I was a good shooter.
But Kevin Durant's efficiency after transferring over from OKC to Golden State, it's really remarkable how much he's learned to play without the basketball, yet still having a career-efficient year. Him off the dribble is dangerous for anybody.
Payton kicks to DJ, and stolen by Toledovich. Payton against Middleton. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. No coverage that time. Antetokounmpo's got his first bucket of the night.
It is getting scary out there to watch Giannis do what he do.
And Fournier kicks to DJ. Back to Fournier. Passes to DJ. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. That one goes in. DJ's got 6.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Big. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. On the perimeter, it's Middleton and Giannis. Monroe is out there with Maker, and it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Payton dishes to Spates. DJ kicks to Ross. Spates sets a screen. Pass to Payton. Drills it from outside. He's got 6. And the story for Jonathan Isaac. As a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Raptors played some quality ball. He ended up with 10 points and was a mainstay at the free throw line, getting more than his fair share of points off of free throws. His strong performance was a high note in what has been a disappointing season for this team. Kevin?
And we thank you, David. He set a great example for him in that game. He was their anchor.
And because of how good he was, he'll be the guy they lean on tonight if they're in any tough spots here.
You always appreciate guys who take that kind of role on for their basketball team. He wants to be the guy that they can count on in those big situations.
And the Bucks making a change here. Jelitovich has checked in. Middleton the pass to Monroe. Over DJ. And the Bucks miss again. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Isaac. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Get the feeling that Milwaukee hit the jackpot with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rare to get a superstar as elite as that in the draft, but they found him. He's the biggest superstar that this team has had probably since Michael Redd or Ray Allen.
Shot from 12, and DJ gets it to go on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 3 assists tonight. 1:30 left in the first half. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Shot clock reset for the Bucks. Brogdon inside the line. They get it back. Middleton dishes to Monroe. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Payton outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Bucks.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo kicks to Jelitovich. It's rebounded by Payton. For Orlando, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It is strange to think that some of the players that Jason Kidd coaches on this team might have been too young to see how good he was when he played.
Well, Giannis is a prime example. Last season, Giannis was benched by Kidd, and then he looked up Kidd's credentials and he said, wow, rookie of the year, never lost in the Olympics, won the finals, and is an NBA champion. That's right, Giannis. Sometimes looking things up on the internet can be beneficial.
Tony Snell's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Orlando.
Well, Monroe not tall, but he is wide and not afraid of getting hit on those kind of shots.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Magic leading by 5. Pass to Isaac. Kicks it to Payton. Now the feed to DJ. The 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Isaac's got a pair of triples in the second now for Orlando.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's deflected.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Payton, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's a 10-point Magic lead.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Elfrid Payton. EP, you saw the floor and found the open man in the first half. What's enabled you to create all those opportunities?
Just trying to get into the paint. Defense collapsing, and the guys are doing a hard job of making the shots. So.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And now the third quarter about to get going. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
It just makes such a difference when the offense is running through him. He just keeps everyone involved.
And he controls the pace for his team. So what does that do? That forces the opponents to play at his speed. He can dictate a lot out there.
On the court for Orlando, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Aaron Gordon out there with Isaac, and it's DJ in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brent, so many heady players, tough players, eventually become coaches. We've seen it time and again. And what kind of situation would it take, for instance, for you to get involved with that, either on the floor, on the bench, or in the front office?
I'll tell you right now, Kevin, I'm so thankful for my local YMCA because I've coached the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams for the last few years.
Good for you.
I'm not getting paid for it, but I think I'm learning more there than I would in the league.
But you enjoy it.
I do enjoy it, and Kevin, I think basketball's been such a big part of my life that at some point I will love the opportunity to be involved with one of the 30 teams in the league in some capacity.
We'll be lucky to get you. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. It's tipped.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Henson checked in for Monroe. Thon Maker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. That one is no good. And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
Ring shot on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Dellavedova, the pass to Maker. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. The putback, and it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got 6 rebounds in the game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Magic moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Payton. No good with the triple. Bucks trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
I love the work ethic that time from Antetokounmpo. Amazing at using his size down there low.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Henson. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Thon Maker. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Monroe is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Tony Snell. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Brogdon in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Free throw good, DJ.
DJ wants to be at the center of everything that this team does, whether it's behind the tables or on the court. This guy's itching for a scratch.
Monroe with a screen on Fournier. Snell, the pass to Brogdon. Screen by Monroe. Snell from outside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. Teletovic, the screen. The shot by Brogdon, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists now in this one. Payton kicks to DJ. Here's Fournier. Feeds it to DJ. He's too hot. Now he is 9 of 10.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Monroe dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Second shot opportunity. A shot off that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. An easy 2 points on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 11 in the second half.
Well, the D has no answers right now for Antetokounmpo. They're out there trying to spell his last name instead of trying to defend the guy. Got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
Middleton, the pass to Brogdon. Now the dish to Teletovic. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And up the court come the Magic on the break.
Ooh. Okay. That's how you attack. Wow. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Monroe, and it's blocked by Gordon. Shots good by Middleton. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And DJ with the basket on the assist from Payton. And it's now 23 points for DJ.
A power move right there to the bucket, and a great job by DJ not to let the contact affect him on the finish.
Monroe sets a screen for Middleton. Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Magic leading by 8. Pass to Isaac. Payton outside. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Now here's DJ. Defense is right there. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Monroe.
And that's the result that you're going to get when you drive into the lane before the D can get themselves into position. And DJ's not waiting around. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for DJ. Timeout called the Bucks. They're down by 10. We've got 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
It's just too bad they're on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. It would have been nice for him to have a chance to perform like this in the postseason. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He said, we've come this far. Now we've got to give everything left to get this one. And we can do it. So go out there and do it. Guys, we'll see what they can do.
And the Bucks miss again. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Magic.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DJ.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. Basket counts.
And Antetokounmpo continues to improve from the mid-range area. He's got such a high release on his shot. Nobody's really going to touch it.
Now here's Wells. Defended by Dellavedova. Wells with it. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
DJ, great game.
Thanks, Char. Am I blowing up?
You're trending. Oh, hey, we need to go do an interview with the guys in the studio. Let's go.
Let's get it, man.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our post-game guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Mr. Shaq, nice win you guys were able to get there. What mentality did you guys have down the stretch trying to hold on to that lead?
Shaq, the same mentality that we have at all times. We got to dominate. I mean, you have to believe you are the king of the jungle in order to be the king of the jungle. And when it comes to believing in ourselves, I mean, we are second to none. I mean, it's just that mentality coupled with my skills that helps us get these wins.
Oh!
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season game. For Shaq, for Kenny the Jet, I'm Ernie Johnson. We're getting set for the playoffs. We'll see you soon.
Oh, playoffs.
Yo, what's up, man?
Oh, DJ, check this out.
Hold up, are these numbers right?
Yes. No team has ever finished a season this strong.
Well, what about
No.
not even
I've done the numbers. No one. And of the top 10 teams that finish a season like this, 8 have gone on to win the championship. You guys are right there.
So you saying what everyone else is saying?
I'm not saying anything so long as the coach is in earshot.
That's a smart man, Aaron. You all right with me, for now. So we really right there, huh?
Right there.
Hey, need some help?
All right, bring it in, guys. Break is over. It's time to focus on the second half of the season. We need to be a sound defensive team, and that starts by limiting fast break opportunities. All right, let's get into some transition defense work.
Just like that.
Shut up, shut up!
One more. All day, D. Now that we're done, get out there and put up shots.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Washington Wizards. Last game for Washington, they picked up the W against Boston.
We're in the place they call the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Last outing for Orlando. They won that game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Well, Clark, here we are in the final day of the regular season. Strange to look back and see all the surprises and changes that happened just in one season.
Well, Kevin, you know you've been around this league a long time, as have I, and the NBA is never easy to predict. You're always going to have stories that you didn't think were going to happen, surprises that catch you off guard. I mean, things can change rapidly in the course of one season.
And now Washington's starting group. Porter and Morris are the forwards. Jody Meeks out there with Wall, and it's Mahimi in at the 5. Washington shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. DA?
Well, Kevin, he wouldn't say it, but he knows his team has the mental edge tonight. 3 of 3 this year against the opponent, and their strategy tonight is to continue to attack. He said, as I see it, those guys are a bit back on their heels. This is our best opportunity to just keep the heat on, play our game. Kevin?
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Yeah, I echo that, Greg. I mean, if they come out here as the aggressors and really get after it, I think it'll make things that much easier on them defensively.
And that one drops for him.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And DJ throws it down.
DJ's a clever, smart player. When he sees a lane to the rim, he doesn't take his time, instead going straight to the rack.
And Wall kicks to Porter, feeds it to Mahimi. Pass to Morris. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington. And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
And that one drops. 6 points for DJ.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
And Wall kicks to Morris. The feed now to Mahimi. Outside, Wall. And that's going to be a travel. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for DJ. Williams comes in for Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Isaac. And Wells is subbed in for Fournier. Both teams will make substitutions. Wizards leading by 10. DJ out there with Isaac. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Wells in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. The pass to Frazier. There's a screen by Gortat. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the shot. The shot by Frazier, no good. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt. But they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be what will the impact of that bench be, and ultimately that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. Evan Fournier comes in for Wells. Mahimi's checked in for Washington. Meeks can't hit.
Has not made another three since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. Frazier against Simmons. Frazier kicks to Smith. The dish to Meeks. Pass to Mahimi. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bucks was a man possessed. He finished with 27 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Mahimi a screen. Here's Frazier. The Wizards with another miss. And it's the Magic's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to DJ. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the speed of the NBA is something that just can't be measured until you experience it. So, Clark, when you take that into account, who are some of the quickest players right now in the league?
Well, I think you start with Russell Westbrook and John Wall. I don't think there's anybody in the league quicker than those guys with the ball. Those guys can go end to end quicker than anybody. Wall might be the fastest. Westbrook is right there with him.
The Magic making a switch here. Payton's checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Mike Scott's checked in for Jason Smith. Mahimi a screen. Frazier outside. He kicks to Scott. He dishes it to Meeks. Nice ball movement by Washington. Porter, no luck.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Tell you what, it's really fun watching DJ continue to evolve. I mean, a terrific guy who looks very comfortable doing whatever's asked of him.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Ross in for Isaac. Morris outside, and here's Wall outside. Connects from 3-point range. Wall's got 11.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Ross kicks to Fournier. He feeds it to DJ. And so the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Alan Williams, he's checked in for the Magic. Wells comes in for Fournier. Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Oubre comes in for Porter. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Nick. Obviously very tough out there. What's your mindset?
Just want to come out and not aggressive and just play hard on defense, getting stops. They're a great team, so they're not going to quit. They're going to keep playing. We just have to keep getting stops and keep believing.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Washington, Porter and Morris are the forwards. Wall out there with Jody Meeks, and it's Mahimi in at the center, filling out the middle. And the Magic benefiting from multiple first-round picks this summer. They needed the help.
Yeah, they did, and they need a big hit in the draft. I mean, they've lacked star talent, and we know this is a talent-driven league. Either you develop stars or you pull them into your fold. And they've got to find some difference makers. There's no doubt about that.
Dishes it to DJ. Down low, here's Gordon. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gordon's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mahimi passes to Meeks. Offensive rebound. Wall, that's a two-pointer. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And Wall, just a talented offensive player, someone who lights up the shot chart from just about every area.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from DJ. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Wall's shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Payton dishes to DJ. Fournier in the corner. Payton outside. Pass to Isaac. Kicks to DJ. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Payton gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the wide-open shot from Morris. Rebound by the Magic. DJ's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Pass to Isaac. Feeds it to DJ. Orlando moving the ball around for the lead. Rebound, Washington. They've led by as much as 10. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. I've never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I've paid my dues and have grown in this profession, and I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And finished off by Oubre.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Wall against Simmons. And yes, it's good. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense, and man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
And DJ with the basket on the assist by Wells. Wells has got 3 assists in the game. For Washington, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Pass to Oubre. There's the feed to Wall. Frazier with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. For the three. That shot off. The Magic go the other way with it. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Well, if you're going to win, you've got to shoot a good percentage from the stripe, and for them, they have no one to blame but themselves.
Spates checked in for DJ. Ross kicks to Simmons. Here's Vucevic, and Orlando again with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a...
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Morris comes in for Mike Scott, and Porter subbed in for Kelly Oubre. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. And here's Morris for 3. And again, Washington no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now here's Porter. He's tightly guarded. Fournier against Frazier. On the wing, Morris. Morris a screen. Off the pick. And finished off by Porter.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Now the pass to Wall. It's taken away by Payton. Here's Fournier, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
Wizards trail by 8. Outside, Wall. Fades. No good off the back of the rim.
Cannot give him that much room from mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
And DJ has the ultimate respect of the defense when he's on the drive. I mean, when he attacks like this, he forces them to foul him.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Magic.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
The Wizards making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Wizards trail by 10. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Wall with another miss. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Magic.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And really an important win from a pride standpoint. Nobody likes getting swept, so they're able to salvage a win in this 4-game season series.
Yeah, and at 1-3, I mean, their record against this team obviously not pretty, but again, to your point, it's about pride and not being swept.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Here's Wells. The dish to DJ. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Scott. Meeks inside the 3-point line. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
There he is. DJ Buckets, boy. I see you out there. Ah, you killing it, man.
Thanks,
you
bro.
killing it.
Whoa, deja vu.
It's like we've been here before. Past life, you think?
I'm serious, that was weird. Whoa, deja vu.
It's like we've been here before. Past life, you think?
I'm serious, that was weird.
Okay, deja vu over.
Yo!
Shammy, is that
What
you?
up,
Shammy.
B-Fresh? What's up, Rook? Hey,
up?
man, I never thought I'd see the day. Look,
Ooh,
they arrived, baby.
Yo,
Man.
you think they could get me on the next ones? Like maybe like me sitting on your shoulder or something, or we back to back, just real subtle.
You know, I can talk to him about it.
Hey,
For
man,
real?
if they was really digging you, they would have put you on a 2-liter. That's when you know you made it. At least a 20-ounce or something.
Mountain
Dew.
Hey, Brian in the building.
Look at you.
Yo, what if they get just like my back, like in my hair? Maybe I throw up like a
B.
peace sign so they know it's me, so it's
Hey.
not too much, but not too little.
No can do.
I like that.
Be
Hey,
serious,
I'm proud
man.
of you, Rook, man, for real.
Hey, thanks,
That's
man.
a good accomplishment, man.
Hey, aren't these sick though?
I believe that.
Yeah, they are, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, their season begins with a stern test, having to open on the road in a building that will be rocking.
We're at the Spectrum Center here in downtown Charlotte, and the Charlotte crowd is on their feet. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris. And before we get going,
well, guys, he has an...
All right, David, thanks. And there's always a special feel to the evening on opening night. Wouldn't you agree, Chris?
I agree. For players and fans alike, I mean, this is the one night you actually get to believe that you have a chance of winning the championship because it's 0-0. Not until after the game does reality set in. So this is a great night for everyone. Optimism abound.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. EJ out there with Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the 3. There's the pass to DJ. Kicks it out to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. EJ passes to Payton. Isaac. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Isaac's got the first 3 points tonight for the Magic.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Williams, a screen on Gordon. Here's Batum. Williams kicks to Walker. 5 to shoot from the arc. It's rebounded by Payton. And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 3-point game.
And I really love watching how he can attack in the open floor. Isaac's really good at knowing where to sprint in order to find those cracks in the defense.
Walker dishes to Howard. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
The shot that time, not on target. Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Monk with the ball. He's against Gordon. Monk, the pass to Howard. Shoots over Fournier. That shot off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Free throw good, DJ.
And when DJ isn't grooving off the court to his tunes, he's locked in on the floor. A special player with a fantastic skill set.
Howard with a screen on Fournier. The 3 kept alive. He's off on that one. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. He dishes it to DJ. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, DJ's got 5 now.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Well, Batum is just a crafty player. In pick and rolls, his decision-making is sublime. But you rarely get to see a player like Batum who has such a dynamic game at the shooting guard spot. He's one of the best rebounders at his position and defenders. Terrific passer and a very unselfish player.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Screen by Howard. Monk, no one around him. The Hornets rebound. Goes back up, and there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got his second bucket tonight.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
DJ kicks to Payton. Feeds to DJ. Back to Payton. Passes it to DJ. Here's Isaac. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Payton. Offline with his 3. Hornets trail by 6. 1:19 left here in the opening quarter. Screen by Howard. Howard with a screen on Payton. There's Walker with the 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Pass to Isaac. Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. It's good. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Monk with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Poked away and stolen by Payton. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. And Payton throws it down hard.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Well, yeah, they've set an aggressive tone early. The trick is maintaining this momentum. It's easy to get complacent.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Williams, that's good.
Well, it's all about a rhythm for a player like Williams. He's effective at shooting right off the pass.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to DJ. And stolen by Howard. Left side, Batum. It's deflected.
And you got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach.
And so it's the Orlando Magic bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Howard's checked in for Zeller. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Monk's subbed in for Walker. And so in the game for the Magic, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3. Okay, time now for an injury report.
And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Hornets trail by 9. Batum, a screen on Fournier. Here's Monk. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Howard with the second chance points.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And again it will fall. Basket good there from DJ. DJ's got 4 this quarter.
You can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
Curry dishes to Howard. Kicks to Monk. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And it's DJ with the rebound.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
One shot.
Hornets trail by 12. Howard with a screen on Payton. Now Curry. Outside Batum. And so it's the Orlando Magic up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball's moving like we saw it?
Everybody's getting easy shots. You know, it's much easier than contested shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Elfrid. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. And it's Batum in at the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. And, Chris, we often talk about what makes a good coach or a good player, but to change it up a bit, what do you think is an aspect of being a good general manager in the NBA?
I think being a good manager is about a couple of things, knowing how to manipulate and deal with the salary cap so that you can bring the best players around each other, but the skill sets have to fit. Best players aren't just what a guy has done in the past or how many points he scored or how many records that he's broken. It's about, does his skill set fit with another player? So you don't want two guys that are ball handlers on the same team, or you don't want two guys that need a ball handler to facilitate, and therefore you don't have anyone to penetrate. So someone that knows how to weave and interject different skill sets that complement each other, I think, is the type of GM that is successful in this league.
Sometimes easier said than done, though, right?
I think most times easier said than done, because a lot of GMs have some great ideas, but they need someone else to help in that trade, or a player that's willing. And so, you know, you have a lot of moving factors right there.
Walker with a clean look. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And that's what you love to see from Howard, creating his own offense there off the miss.
To the paint, taken away by Williams. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And here's Walker. Outside, Batum, 3 on the clock. From deep, but they'll get another chance. Fires for 3. The shot by Monk is no good.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Hornets.
And despite the deficit, you know, their front line has battled and provided a sizable majority of their offense. They are holding up their end. They just need that backcourt to step up.
First one falls for him.
Well, yeah, Steve Clifford has done an amazing job here with the Hornets. One of the most underrated coaches in the league right now, and a big part of the Hornets' success. He's done a great job at maximizing the talents of this team.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Zeller, he's checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Kid Gilchrist in for Monk. Hornets trail by 13. Charlotte calls timeout. And with Steve Clifford, you wouldn't be surprised if he won a Coach of the Year award in the future. Chris, his peers around the league admire what he's been able to do.
Well, and the fact that the Hornets have been a perennial playoff threat under him is huge. For a long time before Clifford, the Hornets couldn't string together winning seasons. The change from then to now, under his watch, has been huge.
Nobody near Kid Gilchrist. And again, the Hornets missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Batum. And that one is good from DJ. DJ's got 17.
You got to respect the versatile offensive game of DJ. He can score from anywhere. The D can't let him get comfortable.
And Walker kicks to Batum. Now here's Kaminsky, guarded closely. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Fires the 3. Again, Batum missing.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
And DJ throws it down.
Now look at the hustle from DJ. He's an energetic guy who loves leaking out on the break. He's dangerous in these situations.
Walker the pass to Zeller. Inside, Kaminsky. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Kaminsky, one of the rare 4-year players taken in the lottery. I mean, he's had some struggles finding his offense in NBA consistency. He needs to get a little bit stronger and a little bit more consistent in the shot.
And with Frank Kaminsky out of Wisconsin, you knew his niche in the NBA would be as a stretch big man. Hard to be an impact player when you're struggling from outside, though.
Yeah, but Kaminsky is working on his defense. It's been a little tough for him to guard players inside. Players are still having his way with him, but he's shown that he's trying to get a lot better at protecting the rim.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Curry dishes to Zeller. Here's Kaminsky. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Kaminsky's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's announcing his presence. Kaminsky was a prolific scorer in college. We're seeing it here tonight.
Hornets trail by 13. Now here's Batum. 50 seconds left to play here in the third. Rogers against Curry. The tray. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Bounces high off the rim and drops. DJ's got 23 points.
You see DJ shoot from the mid-range, doing his best to keep this part of the court alive. It's not just all about layups and threes.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kaminsky kicks to Kid Gilchrist. There's the feed to Kaminsky from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic. Ross with a wide open look. That shot no good.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
It's been all about DJ for Orlando. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Play for each other, creators and receivers. Okay, share the ball. Here we go.
Want everyone on the same page offensively. Frank Vogel saying to each man, Charlotte making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Howard. Kaminsky comes in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Seth Curry. And a switcher also for Orlando. DJ's checked in. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Isaac out there with Gordon, and it's DJ in at the 5. Pick by Zeller. There's Walker with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
Plays like this make it clear that Walker takes his responsibility of being the leader for this team seriously, just coming through in key situations with these type of baskets.
Out to Payton. DJ with it. He's against Zeller. Dishes it to DJ. Another shot. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. DJ's got 27 points. Hornets trail by 7. Zeller, a screen on Fournier. Pick by Zeller. From deep, Walker buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
And whenever the game is on the line, Walker is a great option to go to. He just has a knack for burying big shots.
Payton passes to DJ. And Fournier kicks to DJ. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
And an intentional foul right there. And some changes here for the Hornets. Dwight Howard's checked in for Cody Zeller. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Batum in for Kid Gilchrist. Here's Payton. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Time working against them here.
It's going to be crazy hard right now to catch up. They need a quick score and a quick foul.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
That's a great effort at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's a lot to talk about in this huddle. They'll also have to decide who they'll want to foul.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. it's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
"19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's money from deep.
And really, Batum just finds a way to knock down these clutch shots. His poise is simply incredible.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
If possible, I think you run something to let you go for the 3. Take the best shot available.
Monk with the ball to take the lead, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
I can't say he wasn't going all out, but he's clearly out of position.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
DJ Munchin. I see you out there, baby.
All day, baby. You know I got to get mine.
Man.
So this will be my own shoe?
Well, not exactly. You get your own custom colorway, but technically it's not a signature shoe.
Okay, but I only rock one colorway?
Correct. Whatever colorway you decide on will be unique to you in the NBA. Not to mention that you'll get an added cash bonus for each game that you wear them.
Dope.
Okay, so what does he have to do to get his own signature shoe?
That could be a future possibility if his colorway is something the fans get behind.
Oh, so like proof of concept.
Exactly.
No problem.
Which we have all the faith in the world that they will do.
Okay. Sounds good, man. I'm ready to choose.
Great.
Oh, they're here.
Here are the colorways for you to choose from.
Colorway.
Easy choice.
Excellent. We'll get these to you as soon as possible. We should be able to have them ready by your next game.
Awesome.
Great.
What happened to your other rep?
I jump in and help out whenever a player starts working his way up the ladder, like you have. We work with a lot of players and athletes at the ground level, but only a select few here at the top.
Okay. If you say so, man. Whatever helps get me to my signature shoe.
Feeling so alive.
Yeah, I like this, man.
Nice and quiet out here, ain't it?
Yeah.
Listen, I know how stressful the season is. Just trying to give you a way to relieve it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Anytime.
How long you been doing this for?
Been fishing since I was like 2. That's how me and my dad bond.
Yeah, I heard you got invited to MJ's golf tournament.
Yeah, that's gonna be off the chain. Definitely going to there.
Can I go with you?
Nah.
All right.
No +1.
There goes Barnes and Noble. What's up?
Barnes and Noble?
Yeah, man. D Books. What does Barnes and Noble sell?
Nah, man.
D Books. They
Nah,
sell
man.
D Books.
Hey, nah. I'm not going with that one.
All right, let's get this.
Let's do it.
Hey, I never asked you. How was it like coming in the league? Did the guys prank you?
Man, you have to prepare for the worst when it comes to them vets, man.
What'd they do?
They got me bad, filled my whole car up, packing peanuts, the trunk, everything.
Packing peanuts? Well, man, at least it wasn't hard shell peanuts. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's crazy, man.
I know,
Did you get
bro.
them back?
That's one thing you don't do.
You don't get the vets back. Okay.
Never.
Okay, yeah, I won't get Shammy back then.
Oh, no.
All right, let's get this, man.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline. The new year getting ramped up, always a roller coaster ride, which is fun. Brent, have you ever been on a team that, say, started slowly, then really turned it on late, or the other way around?
Well, I've been on teams that started slowly and finished slower, Kevin, if that helps you out at all. That's no fun.
That's not good.
Yeah, no fun whatsoever. A little bit of both throughout 14 years of playing experience in the NBA, Kevin, and it's just interesting. This is why coaches are so often talking about asking for players to be on the roster that give you consistent effort and to try to stay as even-keeled as possible, whether things are going well or your team is performing poorly. You know there's still a standard at which you want each of your guys to perform at and consistently give you that effort.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Parker is the 4 with Monroe in the middle. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward position.
Well, Greg Monroe has been above 50% from the field for his career, so a highly efficient offensive player.
He got right to the cup using that screen.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw no good for DJ. Folks, no need to adjust the color on your television. That flash you're seeing on the feet of DJ, simply his new custom colorway shoes from his sponsor Adidas.
Well, you have to give credit to both DJ and to Adidas for coming up with a design like that. Not a lot of players can pull off those colors, but DJ somehow manages to make it work.
Monroe throwing his weight around down there on the inside. Important that he stays aggressive.
And the rejection by Monroe. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brogdon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You look up and down this Bucks roster, and you have to do that. Up and down and over and side to side. Just so much length with this team. Giannis is certainly the biggest name with the biggest wingspan, but guys like Thon Maker and Tony Snell defensively, they've got great reach as well.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That one misses for Monroe.
Well, Monroe is a low down on the post and one of the better offensive big men because of how versatile he is in the game.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And it's Monroe at the elbow. They get it back, goes back up. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Yeah, going to work on the inside now and causing all sorts of problems. DJ's not afraid to get physical on the low block.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Milwaukee in the lead. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, DA. And guys, what do you make of David's report putting a premium on offense right away?
I think it's a good plan, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their defense. They can't ignore that part of the game.
Well, I love the fact that there's no player ever in the history of this league that gets excited about a coach who talks about, we're really going to change up our defense and make sure that that's a priority. Guys are always excited about the O.
So for the Magic, Wells comes in for Fournier, and Rogers subbed in for Payton. Makers checked in for the Bucks. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. To the paint. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
The Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Now, here's DJ. He's tightly guarded. It doesn't go for him.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And last season, Giannis truly making the leap to superstar in the NBA. Brent was recognized by the fans as well. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Payton is out there with Simmons. Then it's DJ, and it's Vucevic, and it's Fournier in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from DJ.
He's just so aggressive on that move. You have to come over fast and hard to stop him.
Brogdon the pass to Maker. To the middle. Monroe, no good. Orlando, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Brogdon against Payton. Feeds it to Maker. Now the pass to Monroe. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Monroe's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Good focus from DJ. Clear contact on the shot, but he just stays with it, finishes, and now has a chance for the and one.
For the Magic, Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Vucevic, and Isaac subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bucks passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gordon with the defensive effort.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake. Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Monroe, no good. The Magic trail by 8. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Hornets was phenomenal. He finished with 27 points and also added 5 rebounds to round out his scoring figures. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Payton dishes to DJ. Pass to Isaac. Parker with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Uncovered. It's hauled in by the Magic. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of the game. And that one drops for him. 17 points for DJ.
Well, if he spins music as well as he scores, I'm going to have to see DJ behind the tables one of these nights, Kevin, and you're invited.
I like it. Thanks, Brent. Sounds like fun. Parker kicks to Brogdon. Screen by Monroe. Elbow shot is on the way. Offensive rebound out to Parker. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, that's unselfish play there from Greg Monroe, keeping his head up to spot the open man.
And it's DJ missing. And here is Brogdon. The baseline J. He can't get that one. And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. DJ really making a difference here.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Yeah, I like his patience down there. He's combined some good footwork with even better moves surrounding that. So we'll see if the defense can counter in the second half. Maybe some double teams.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. The Young Bucks, Antetokounmpo and Parker at 3 and 4. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Monroe in at the center filling out the middle. Parker passes to Brogdon. Brett, you've played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, a new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point. And I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
Good answer. You know, watching Giannis and how he's able to score out there, he isn't really a consistent shooter from deep.
Well, I think what's fascinating, Kevin, is that he's dominating the game from basically around 16 feet into the rim. And with that kind of length, that's basically one step around the defender, and all of a sudden he's a threat to score or do some damage with the pass.
John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And clearly Frank Vogel wants to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
The Magic trail by 11. Now DJ, he's got 19. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Looking for Payton, he gets it there. Gordon a screen. The three. The putback doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor. And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters fishing with dynamite.
Stolen by Henson. Antetokounmpo dishes to Dellavedova. Back to Antetokounmpo. Henson with the screen. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the elbow, and that one comes up a bit short.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Well, I love it when DJ plays with rhythm. That's the way he gets it done, and this time all the way up for the jam.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Roger subbed in for Peyton. The Bucks also with the sub. Tony Snell's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bucks leading by 11. Screen by Parker. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Simmons. The offensive rebound.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points trolling the offensive glass.
The Magic have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Shoots. And that one is good from DJ. DJ's got 7 now in this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists in the game. Ross kicks to DJ. Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to DJ. Rogers passes to Ross. Outside for Simmons. 5 to shoot. Cans it from downtown. Simmons got himself on the board with 3 there.
The pass shows you the tremendous feel that DJ has. The D has no idea he could thread the ball through there.
Antetokounmpo up top. Guarded by Simmons. Jumps up, and Simmons slams it in.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment.
Always take time to think about Jason Kidd and his career, having played against him in high school in the Bay Area in Oakland as he was a star of St. Joseph's. There's no question that back then he had the acumen and the intellect to be a coach. Was always that on the floor during his career, and doing it now in Milwaukee.
Biyombo is checked in for the Magic. Wells comes in for Jonathan. Bucks leading by 6. Peyton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Aaron Gordon out there with Isaac, and it's DJ in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Got a hand on it.
That block right there, all about persistence. DJ staying with his man and playing terrific high-energy D.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. And as you said, Brent, Kidd, one of the great minds in the game, and was a coach on the floor long before he was a coach on the sideline.
I think it's interesting for Jason Kidd and where he is now, because all these young players need experience to get smarter, and Jason is so smart. So I think he's waiting for a time where all of that intellect can catch up, and then everybody can be on the same page.
Pass to Isaac. DJ with it. Monroe on him. Off with the layup.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
For 3, Fournier. And again, it's the Magic from deep. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Parker. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Ogden's checked in. Payton outside. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. From 11 feet away, that's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just one on the basket from Isaac.
I tell you what, Isaac's starting to show that clutch gene. He's not afraid and seems willing to put the team on his back.
Screen by Parker. Middleton dishes to Parker. Over Gordon. And the Bucks miss again.
You got to commend the aggressiveness, but he was a little too anxious in trying to get that shot over the stifling D there.
EJ passes to Payton. The feed to Fournier. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And stolen by DJ. To take the lead, count it!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt, professional move all the way, puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Middleton, a screen on Fournier. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And nothing is falling for him right now. And Orlando has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. DJ kicks to Fournier. Parker with the steal. Now here's Brogdon. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Down low, Monroe. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So he can't get either to fall. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
Here's Brogdon, the dish to Middleton. Monroe, the pass to Brogdon. Misses the 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
That's something Giannis wants to do, increase that percentage every year from beyond the arc.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Baby. Another one tonight. Yes. Did a good job tonight, Rook.
Thanks, man.
Points, check. Rebounds, check. Assists, check. Help D, block, steals, check, and check. You had a stat buffet out there tonight, Rook.
Thanks, Shem. A balanced stat sheet is the key to a healthy career.
Right? Really coming into your own, fam. Keep rolling.
You was all right.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And what a beginning to the season we've had. Some amazing plays, some huge games. Shaq, for the teams that have gotten out to a fast start, how do they go about maintaining that momentum?
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. And we'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This crowd is really ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Magic. This their first look at this year's Washington squad. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Yeah, a division battle.
Game, huh?
These two squads play each other 4 times this season.
And the Magic start out with the ball. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see Top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro so much more difficult?
Well, I think every level of basketball that you go up, whether it's high school to college and then college to pro, there's a different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their level of professionalism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has the best players not only from the United States, but from across the world. And so obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the college, which plays about 32 to 40 games, to an 82-game regular season, and then if you're fortunate enough to be in the playoffs. So there's a level of endurance required in addition to both the physical and mental maturation standpoint.
And now Washington's starting group. Morris and Gortat together down low. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Out to the right wing. Passes it to DJ. Payton kicks to DJ. He tries for 3. Gortat comes up with the rebound. Magic on defense. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Now, here's DJ, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee.
I'll tell you, he's got a good grasp of low-post offense. DJ doing work in the interior.
Outside, Porter. Morris with a screen on Fournier. Here's Beal. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Well, Doris, one thing is certain for Bradley Beal. He's a lights-out shooter if you give him some space.
Oh, no doubt, Kev. Beal does such a great job, always squaring his shoulders, even when he's coming off a screen. And that quick setup and release, really hard to defend.
So it's Washington now. The Magic getting the bucket. Gortat with the screen for Porter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Now here's Gordon. Gortat with the steal. Beal against Fournier. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Payton heading to the hoop. And yes, it's good.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. DA?
Yeah, Kevin, he's mindful of the fact that this is a shot-blocking team they're playing, but he doesn't want his team to be shy offensively. He said, if anything, we have to be patient and at the same time aggressive. If we can be deceptive in the way we attack, and there are ways to do that, we can score inside. We'll see if that works, Kevin.
Okay, D.A., thanks. Breaking down the defense on the other side is going to take some hard work today.
But, you know, guys, I'm sure they'll be up for it. I always got even more fired up for a game when I knew that the other team was going to be bringing it on the D.
Well, it definitely has a tendency to sharpen one's focus. There's no room for error. Anything less than their best in this game simply won't cut it.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Right, exactly, Greg. When the shots from the perimeter are not falling, I think you've got to go take it inside. It's as simple as that. They never altered their game plan, and it resulted in a loss.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Rogers subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Richardson, no luck. Magic leading by 3. Ross passes to DJ. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Boy, Kev, that's a tough attempt with a guy draped all over him, but DJ gets it to go and will get the +1.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the evening. And the free throw, no good. Wizards trail by 5. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Mahimi kicks to Richardson. And that one, good.
I'll tell you, that play was not as easy as he made it look. A moving target, it has to be perfectly placed, really pretty.
Now, here's DJ. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. The Magic making a switch here. Biombo's checked in. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the... For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. So on the floor for Washington. The explosive backcourt is Wall and Beal at the 1 and 2. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. Whistle blows if that's going to be a travel. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Magic.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
Pass to Isaac. Payton dishes to DJ. And it's sent back by Morris.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Back to Wall. Fires the 3. And again, Washington no good.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
And that one drops.
I love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior. You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He finished with 24 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
And Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
They set the screen. Here's Gortat. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Marcin Gortat would not be denied.
For the Magic, Fournier comes in for Simmons, and Rogers subbed in for Payton. And throughout his career, Doris, Marcin Gortat, a player who you can always consider a double-double threat.
Right, he's a pro's pro. Marcin Gortat knows every night, you're going to get great effort from me. I'm going to battle on the glass. I'm going to do all the dirty work inside.
Now, here's Porter. 34 seconds left now here in the second, and the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter. DJ with it. He's picked up by Wall. Pass to DJ. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Wall against Rogers. Outside, Wall. On the wing, Porter. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Wizards out front, leading by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that if you could.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you are taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree, and it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Aaron Gordon out there with DJ, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. To the inside, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Well, it looks like he's going to get the easy 2 points, but the defense recovers just in time to effect it.
Porter passes to Beal. Right side, Porter. Fournier against Beal. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Fournier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production.
The Magic trail by 5. Outside, Simmons. Kicks to DJ. Back to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Wells dishes to DJ. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Wells. That's good on the assist by DJ. DJ's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, Kev, what a feed. That's what you get from DJ. Someone who understands where to put the basketball and when.
Mahinmi a screen. Here's Richardson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on DJ.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Vucevic, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Wells. Porter with the steal. And it's Wall in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
And so it's the Washington Wizards in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Look, they can't guard great passing. They're passing the ball great to start. We got to do that for 4 quarters.
Reaching ball movement. Frank Vogel likes what he's seeing so far.
Yeah, and I'd say moving the ball with a purpose, working the offense, trying to find good shots.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. So the Wizards 5 right now. Porter and Morris are the forwards. Richardson is out there with Wall, and it's Mahimi in at the 5 spot. Here's Wall.
Oh, gentlemen. Ooh, my goodness, step back.
That was incredible. The Magic trail by 8. Gordon inside. Morris is there. Now here's DJ. And the shot goes in. DJ's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, he's just too hard to handle inside. Even with someone draped all over him, DJ finds a way to score.
Mahimi a screen. Here's Wall. And he overshot that one, missing.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Dishes to DJ. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Rogers. Gortat's checked in for Washington. Fournier passes to DJ. And Fournier kicks to DJ. Fournier dishes to DJ. Just 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Well, listen, we know DJ's popular with his teammates, and it's not just about his great basketball play. This guy always comes with great music in the locker room. That's important.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for DJ. Washington leading now by 4. Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Richardson. Gortat with the screen for Porter. Morris a screen. Morris with a screen on Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And DJ throws it down.
I'll tell you, we know DJ's capable of putting on a great one-man show, either with his music or with his basketball. And this has been a heck of a show tonight.
Morris kicks to Wall. And another miss by Washington.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. To tie it up. And it's DJ missing. Washington's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Richardson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
That's good from Richardson. Both good from the line that time. The Magic trail by 4. Fournier passes to DJ. Left side, Gordon. The feed to DJ. Payton outside. To the right side. 4 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And again, another shot trained there from DJ. DJ's got 10 points now just in this quarter. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Richardson dishes to Morris. He kicks it to Wall. Morris with the screen for Wall. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Wizards lead by 4.
Important possession there, and John Wall getting it done.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 1:41 left to play in the final quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Otto Porter Jr.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in and out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Wall, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I'll tell you, that's a good contest right there, but John Wall is locked in.
The Magic trail by 6. Payton kicks to DJ. He feeds it to Fournier. The dish to Payton. The pass to DJ. Gordon inside, covered by Morris. Goes back up to the wing right side. Count that one from Isaac.
I tell you what, Isaac's starting to show that clutch gene. He's not afraid and seems willing to put the team on his back.
Outside, Wall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
You know, John Wall has specialized in getting to the free throw line. He plays the game with breakneck pace.
The Magic have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Payton outside. Now, here's DJ. Defense right on him. Payton outside. Feeds to DJ. Shot clock at 5. From beyond the arc. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
Tries from 10. Wall with another miss. Now, here's DJ. He's covered closely.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
Here's Wall. It's good!
Crunch time is my time. John Wall is ready and willing to carry the load.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand. You have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure
is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ooh, it's spooky tonight.
Why?
Happy Halloween, everybody. Oh, on Halloween.
Yes, it is.
Very good. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Ernie.
We're putting our costumes on later. How are you going? What are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm wearing a mask right now.
Oh, man, stop.
Okay.
He's Shaquille O'Neal tonight.
Who are you going to be?
No, I'm wearing a mask too. He's wearing a Kenny Smith mask, and I'm wearing a Shaquille mask.
Oh, man, I got so confused.
Right, you didn't know.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm a little.
We're at the Amway Center, where the crowd is on their feet already. Happy Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. Kevin Harlan here along. And it's Halloween and always fun early in the NBA season, Smitty, in the spirit of All Hallows Eve. Do you have any costumes you wore as a kid and ask yourself, what was I thinking when I put that on?
I think one year I was Casper the Ghost. And it really wasn't a costume. It was kind of this sheet.
Yeah?
I don't know what I was thinking, but maybe it wasn't up to me. It was probably up to my mom and dad. They probably put me in there. But looking at those old pictures, I'm asking them, what were they thinking? Because I know what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, all right, Casper, thanks. Good answer. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard, the two stars at the forward spots. J.J. Redick is out there with Mills, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Leonard kicks to Redick. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, the putback, Aldridge. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Gordon with a screen on Leonard. Gordon with it, picked up by Aldridge. Orlando moving the ball around, feeds to DJ. Gordon against Gasol, and it's Gordon missing for San Antonio. They've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Leonard with the ball. He had 22 points in the win against Boston.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
And that one is good from DJ.
The hand in his face did not bother him. DJ does a good job of maintaining concentration.
Outside, Reddick. Aldridge a screen. Leonard with no one around. No good on the three. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Boston.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
From the baseline, and it's Leonard again missing. At the elbow, it's DJ. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
And he makes both free throws. And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gives them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution. The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Payton outside. He feeds it to DJ. Gordon a screen. It's tipped. Pass to Isaac. Lets the three fly. A second chance effort. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Fournier. And Rogers subbed in for Payton. Then for the Spurs, Beasley's checked in for Gasol. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Leonard against Ross. Back to Aldridge. That shot off. Great D that time from Vucevic. Ross with a wide open look. Gets a very good look and converts.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Parker dishes to Beasley. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Vucevic, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Aldridge has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, Kevin, it's easy to forget, but Greg Popovich was almost fired by the Spurs back in '99. Rough start that year, under 500. The players caught wind that if they didn't win the next game in Houston, Pop would get the X.
DJ passes to Rogers. Beasley with the rebound.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Parker kicks to Leonard. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Ross with the steal. And the jam by Ross.
Well, you know that Ross can throw it down. Nice one right there.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the Spurs with possession here. Leonard dishes to Parker. From deep three-point range.
You know, on ball or in help situation, DJ can really turn up the defensive intensity.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Magic up by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to.
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, so a new group on the floor for Orlando. Then for the Spurs, Pau Gasol is checked in for Beasley. Redick comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. EJ out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Gasol.
As Gasol continues to work on his shooting range, guess what? His free throw percentage has been creeping up as well. Probably not a coincidence.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on that one.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Laverne, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Anderson. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Wizards was a big factor. He scored 18 points and also added 5 rebounds to round out his scoring figures. He performed really well, and I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Okay, thanks, David. And what do you think, guys? Will we see a repeat of his performance again in this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's even better tonight, Kevin. He has the ability to follow up a great game with an even greater one.
But you have to think he's a little worn down from that last game. It had to have taken a lot out of him.
And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Redick with the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Magic lead.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for San Antonio.
And they've pretty much ignored the corner 3 tonight. It's a useful shot to have. It really forces the D out wide and opens things up in the middle.
And he makes the first.
And for a guy who went undrafted, who had to impress scouts through individual workouts, credit DJ for his relentlessness.
1:21 left to play in the first half. Dishes it to Redick. Gasol, a screen on Fournier. Redick against Fournier. Good-looking screen by Gasol. The drive by Redick. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Fournier. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from the mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Great D that time from Redick.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Magic leading by 6. Payton passes to DJ. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
The length and anticipation of Aldridge, a tough combo to score against.
Shots good by Mills.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Gasol with the steal.
And when you can't hold for the last possession, that's what you want to try and do.
Patience and execution. You need both here. We'll see what they run.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
3 seconds left. No good on that one.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Magic lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Look at Patty Mills. What a contribution.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Steve, as a player, do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So, and I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
On the floor for San Antonio, skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. Mills out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. Aldridge a screen. Here's Leonard, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Fournier. And Rogers subbed in for Payton. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Green, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Green, no luck.
Off target right now. 4 straight misses coming out of the half.
They break it out 5 on 3. Here's Parker. Laverne dishes to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 6 points.
What Kawhi does in the painted area, the tenacity he displays, it's phenomenal.
No good.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Kicks it to Laverne. There's the feed to Parker. Back to Laverne. Wide open. It's hauled in by the Magic. They've led by as much as 10. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations. For most of the evening, gave up a lot of easy points.
For Orlando, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Beasley's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Spurs trail by 7. Now Anderson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Green kicks to Parker. Right wing. Here's Anderson. That one's not going to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
The Spurs shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Parker passes to Anderson. He kicks to Green. Beasley the screen. There's the dish to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. San Antonio again missing. 14 feet away, and it comes off the front of the rim. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Anderson. Tries again, and Beasley puts it in.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board, then right back up.
The Magic have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. DJ with it, guarded now by Michael Beasley. Rogers passes to DJ. And he finishes nicely on the layup. DJ's got 8 points in the quarter.
I mean, efficient offense. DJ gets the high percentage look, and that's usually going to result in 2.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And stolen by DJ. And Wells the bucket on the assist by Vucevic. And that's now 7 points for Shammy Wells. Beasley outside. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Beasley's got 6 points.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
DJ getting it done for Orlando. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001.
Hello. For the Magic, DJ comes in for Biyombo, and Isaac subbed in for Simmons. Then for the Spurs, Laverne comes in for Parker, and it's Leonard in for J.J. Redick. Peyton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with Isaac, and it's DJ in at the center. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Beasley. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Man, did they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
He will use his size, his skills, and his shooting ability to go get this win.
Count it.
Love how DJ just takes over these big possessions. He wants the ball in his hands when things are tight.
And the Spurs with some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Laverne. Redick comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Anderson. Free throw good, DJ.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Beasley the screen. Leonard against Gordon. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Leonard.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
And it's Gordon missing.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide-open chip shot.
And Redick kicks to Mills. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Pau Gasol.
This is the result of taking it up strong in the paint. DJ now going to the line.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
There's the pick. Gasol a screen. And Mills kicks to Leonard. They get the rebound. Here's Beasley. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
a great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Here's Isaac. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. San Antonio calls timeout. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Beasley.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
When the game is tight, JJ really steps up to the plate. Tremendous concentration to knock down the shot.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish. To make a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.